Hello, logisticians. How are you? Merry Christmas to all my dear logisticians and their family, and a very happy new year. Today, we are going to discuss about sourcing. So, let us start the Christmas special episode. What is sourcing? The basic definition of sourcing is the process of identifying, selecting, and developing suppliers. Suppliers are also known as vendors and they are also known as source. Basically, sourcing is a part of procurement. Always remember that. In procurement, there are two basic components. The first is sourcing and the second is purchasing, that is buying. Today, we are going to discuss about only sourcing. So basically, how you can find your vendors. You can find your vendors on internet, social networking sites, newspapers, magazines, conferences, exhibitions, and references, and your company old database. So these are some of the modes in which you can find your vendors. Once you find your vendors, what are the other process you need to follow? The first process you need to do is you need to have a pre-qualification of you need to do a pre-qualification of your vendor to check your supplier, to check whether the supply company is reliable or not. So what are the process and how you can do it? You can do it by three methods or by checking three documents of the company, basically on the basis of legal aspects, on the basis of financial aspects, and on the basis of technical aspects. So once you have received the list of your vendors, how you can categorize your vendors? So the categorization of the vendor is, you can categorize your vendor under four categories: preferred vendor, qualified, certified, and disqualified. And how to do it? Let us study. So to make it preferred vendor is the first rough list of the vendors which you will have. So all your rough list which you have googled, which you have which you have checked from your references or your old company database, that is your preferred list. Once you get that preferred list, what you will do is you will start sending them RFQs, correct? You will start sending them inquiries, you will start analyzing them, and you will tell them to get the pre-qualification cleared. Once it is cleared and you have done at least one business with them, then they become your qualified vendor. So once they have become your qualified vendor, you need to make a comparison scorecard. You need to maintain your data to check whether your supplier is efficient, reliable, how is the delivery, how is the payment terms, and all of them. So you need to make a comparison scorecard, and on that basis, your vendor will then be shifted to certified vendor. Apart from that, you have disqualified vendor, which is blacklisted from your company. So in short, this is all about categorization. We know that how to find a vendor, how to categorize your vendor. So when we have the vendor, what are the strategies we can use to enhance their performances? So there are basically three strategies: reactive, tactical, and strategic sourcing. Reactive strategy is just responding to the requirement. This is a very old strategy, or you can say the first form of sourcing strategy. Then comes this tactical, which is not only just responding to the requirement, but giving it a frame, giving it a problem solving view. Okay, and then we come down to strategic sourcing strategy. How the strategic sourcing strategy we can do? There are basically 7 steps. See the 7 steps. The first and foremost, very important, is knowing your product. So you should always know your product before you get into supply chain. Even sourcing, procurement, any function, you should know your product. So category profiling is the first aspect, in which you check your product specification, you check the cost of the product, you check who all are responsible for that product, you check the final consumer, what they require. So all of them comes in your first step. The second step is understanding the market, that is supplier market analysis. You should understand the supplier, how they are, how they are distributor, they are wholesaler, or they are manufacturers, they are old suppliers or new suppliers, how are the pricing strategies, whether they are directly or indirectly hampering your cost. This becomes your second market analysis. Third comes is developing a strategic development. That is how you will develop a strategy depending upon the new vendor creation. When you are creating a new vendor, then you are developing a new strategy. When you are having a cross team collaboration, that is cross functional collaborations or cross operational collaboration, at that time you are having a strategy, or how you can reduce the cost and risk, which we have already discussed in your supply chain video. So this is the third. Then comes is your fourth, that is sourcing process. That is sending RFI, RFQ, RFPs, vendor selection process, which we have discussed up till now. Then we come down to the negotiation strategies, how we will negotiate. There are a lot of tactics and negotiation which we will discuss in your future videos. Do let me know if you want to require it ASAP, so that I can keep posting the videos. Then comes is implementation, how you can implement it. There is actually, when it comes to implementation, there are a lot of theories in implementation, because how you can develop it. So the basic theory which I have given to you is PDCA cycle, that is plan, develop, control and act, which is also known as plan, develop, control and adjust. So this is a general cycles which can be used anywhere. The second comes as FIOMA, that is failure mode effect analysis. This is a very good theory in which helps you to actually overcome the problems which you are facing while processing your shipments. Then comes is your change management. You need to do that. The last and foremost is benchmarking and tracking. You need to set your company benchmark and you need to monitor it. You need to make sure you are maintaining that benchmark. So this is in short about sourcing. Do let me know your views on the comment section below. Do like and subscribe. Merry Christmas to all of you. Please, your views are important for me. See you next week. Bye bye.